Hey guys, so this is Greg again. I'm just recording a journal entry. So we're getting close to summer, so soon I will be able to start making more videos on creation versus evolution and similar topics. I intend to have my channel focus on that a lot more. That was one of my big things that I created the channel for, and I feel like it didn't. A lot of other things came in, which is good, and they were good things. I just think that my channel should focus more on what I'm passionate about. And I could talk about other things as well. I could talk about Mormonism, Islam, Jehovah's Witnesses, things like that. But for the most part, I want to focus on creation versus evolution and things along those lines. So for today, I'm just going to, this is just a journal, just my blog. I'm just going to say where I'm at in life. So I'm finishing up my third year status here at my university that I'm at, whose location I will not reveal online, and I'm enjoying it. Recently I had interesting experience in my human genetics class. I emailed everybody about the human evolution chapter. It was interesting with the human evolution chapter because my first love was paleontology, and so I know something about different fossils and things like that, and of course I've studied them in the context of studying creation versus evolution. But I was really disappointed because I felt like the book was simplified to the point where it was wrong, and I ended up learning a lot as a result of looking into other things. But the book had a lot of really good tidbits in it that you don't normally see in a secular textbook. Usually they're swept under the carpet. I won't tell you what book it is because I think that the author overall did a really good job, and I don't think it would be appropriate to attack her book just based on that one chapter, because I thought that it was just really well written, and it's one that I would highly recommend. But anyway, I emailed the class saying, hey, I think this is oversimplified to the point where it's wrong. There's some more details that should really have been in there. One person objected to me fairly recently that, well, it's a general textbook, you can't go into detail about everything. Yes, this is true. However, the detail it did give was misleading. For example, it talked about how Homo erectus had a smaller brain than us on average. But what the book failed to mention is this brain was only slightly smaller. I mean, it was within the range of normal human brain size that we'd see today. So, I mean, you could easily attribute, it wasn't, it's slightly smaller on average, but it's bigger than many people's brains we have today. So it was really, it made it sound like it was a lot more significant than it was, and also failed to mention Neanderthals tended to have an equal or larger brain to modern humans. So, it was stuff that it was true, but it was kind of exaggerated and kind of misleading. There are also things in there that were really misleading, like the old idea that human beings share 98% of our genome with chimps, or that our DNA is 98% the same as chimpanzees. And the book kept talking about, this certain region, kept talking about regions being 98% similar, but I thought that it was overemphasizing the similarity and kind of ignoring the fact that, hey, chimps have a 12% larger genome, which is significant. If you have students studying human genetics, you don't want to give them these oversimplified ideas about genetics, because it's not appropriate. They're going to take this information, they're going to go into the lab, and they're going to assume it's true, when there's really some major differences between the human genome and the chimp genome. But there was a lot of good in there also. But so anyway, I emailed the class. The professor was pretty respectful about it. She ended up sending a reply email, and then I sent a reply email. But I have a pretty good professor, so One person got extremely upset about the original email and upset about the second one as well, but I mean, I feel like I did the right thing. I feel like God can use whatever I've done, and you know, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. I mean, they could have turned, I kind of wish they had turned out better. I mean, but then again, there's probably fruit that I don't get to see. I mean, if you plant a seed, if you plant a tree, you don't expect it to produce fruit the next day. It's not going to happen. You know, if you do produce fruit the next day, it's only because you watered something that was already there. So, anyway, for those of you who would like more, information on different topics, leave comments in the comment box. You know, I want to know what are people's comments about wanting to have maybe more videos on dinosaurs, maybe more videos on genetics, maybe more videos on the feasibility of Noah's Ark, things like that. You know, some different creation versus evolution questions, different Bible questions in general. Go ahead and leave them in the comment box. However, I will warn you, the trolls, by the way, if you're a non-believer, that's fine. I mean, if you're not a Christian, you have a genuine comment, genuine concern, leave it in the comment box. However, for this one video, if you are a troll, I will be not only taking your comment down, I will be reporting you to YouTube. This is the one video where I want to have serious conversation in the comment box, and any swearing, personal insults, anything along that nature, I let you do that all the time in my other videos, even though I'm not obligated to. And I'm not taking away your First Amendment. I'm asking for decent respect and conversation in this particular comment box. So whatever you guys want to see on this channel, if there's any burning questions somebody has, like, well, what about junk DNA, or what about the similarities between humans and chimps, what about hemoglobin, what about this thing that Richard Dawkins said, or this thing on Talk Origins, let me know. I'm actually thinking about producing a video just showing what nonsense the Talk Origins website is anyway. So please feel free to leave comments if you have questions, and if you're going to troll, troll somewhere else. Not this video, not this time. I want actual serious comments on people who have actual serious questions. Alright, thank you guys. This is Greg.